Folks, hard to believe it's week 11 and we're in the middle of April right now, so we just got a few weeks left. So here's an update on what you should be aware of for this coming up week. What is the grading so far? Well, 3 points for getting to know each other. Quiz 1, 18. Project 1, 12. Project 2, 18. Discussion presentation, 10. Participation in discussions, 8. So the maximum points, 69. So essentially you're 69% done with the class. And the remaining things to do will be the quiz and your final project. What should you be working on this week? Finish Module 6. I hope you can all get through that because next week we are going to move forward. Project 2, a couple of comments, a broad range of grades. I will tell you that. Some were outstanding and some, I don't know what happened. But think about it is that you're building an analytical report. So you need to combine the 3 projects now into one document that someone could read. Some of you started out right with Project 2. Well, if you're creating an analyst report, you want to have everything together. The other reason you want to do that is so you can connect the pieces. Remember, in Project 1, you identified volume drivers. Many of you forgot about those volume drivers when explaining the revenue and trying to relate it to cost of goods sold. That was probably one of the bigger ones. Some of it was the depth. Use an index page so that you know what you got. Think about it in organize it based on a logic model. Okay, what is it going through? Are you jumping around to different things? Okay, so if you're going to talk to me about how they make the product, how they make money, the customer, and you're talking about the volume drivers, then everything related to revenue should be in that piece so I can understand everything. Then when you move to cost of goods sold, you want to consider what's the impact of rate and volume. Did we have certain price changes, positive or negative? Was it passed through? Read instructions and check your work. Some folks missed specific sections. You just didn't do a checklist. So do that. Avoid definitions. Remember, I know what these definitions are, and you know what they are. Okay, you don't need to tell me that. Tell me what it means and why is it important. Okay. Project 3, it's worth 16 points, due no later than May 3rd. I encourage you to finish it up sooner than later so that those of you that are seniors don't have to worry about it. For those of you that are taking 302, you can finish up 302 project without having to worry about the class. The date cannot be extended. We have to get it done because grades have to be in. The instructions are out there. Watch the video. Okay? Watch the video. It will take a couple of days to do. Don't wait till the last minute. Okay? Some of you did that last time for Project 2, and it's clearly noticeable. You create an audio or video overlay to explain it. That has actually worked pretty well. It's given some people an opportunity to really demonstrate they know it, know what they're talking about, and explain things that they may not have been able to do in a writing piece. The next quiz is next Tuesday, the 20th of April, and it'll be available from 12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. It's going to cover IFRS, analysis of financials, and assumptions. It's worth 15% of your grade. The last piece is the discussion project. We now have we have 6 remaining presentations, so you need 5. So hopefully you have plenty that you can attend. They're on all different dates and times. So there's plenty there, and you just need to click here to join it. Just a few pieces of information that came up that I thought was interesting is that is it possible that we could go back to full employment by year end? And I think this is an interesting graph that's showing us with the trajectory that we've seen that we may be there, back to where we were before this came. So the Fed is literally forecasting that we'll be back to that low unemployment rate before the end of the year as the economy is not only rebounding but recovering. But again, we saw a big drop here in the labor force participation rate. So that means there's a lot more people out of the workforce compared to where we were. So it's sort of a little misleading, but it is a very positive sign. As another thing, when you look back over time and you look at what income is needed to beat inflation, both education, medical, inflation generally, okay, that's the blue line, needed to beat education inflation, and income needed to beat medical inflation, you can see that interest rates are very, very low. Okay, so right now, what we're looking at, if you have $100,000 in the bank, you may make $100, and with inflation, you need to make $1,263, medical $1,990. So we have these artificial these very low interest rates, which the Fed is keeping low. But based on this, you might think it's not keeping pace with inflation, and that's something that as we move forward in the economy, we're going to need to watch carefully. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to seeing you all at these presentations. If you got questions, just let me know.